NFTs. Here is a lesson on how you create them. You can obviously create NFTs, create a couple of pictures, create a collection of images, and then you can chuck it on OpenSea, and you can sell them for whatever price you want to sell them for, provided that there's a buyer for it. Now, there's a lot of projects that are coming out right now, and a lot of these projects have like tens of thousands of copies. So let's have a look at this one. This may or may not have many copies, but it's called, so it's got only 99 items. So sometimes it's on a limit. But for example, if you look at Bored Ape Yacht Club, they're going to be sitting around about that 10,000 items. So that's normally the amount that's going to come out. I've seen 8,888, 9,999, 10,000, 8,000, 6,666, whatever it may be. So first of all, how the hell do you create that many artwork, right? And how do you then like put it so that you can buy it? Okay, so here is a very quick lesson on how it all fits together. And if it's something that you would like to explore, I mean, go for it. I'm not going to stop you, but I will tell you right now, it is a bucket load of work. All right, so first of all, it's the artwork. You can create different sort of sprites, I'd like to say, different elements to switch out, and you need these on separate layers so that you can switch out the horns if you like, or different hairstyles, or different hats, change to McDonald's hat or whatever. You can obviously create some custom ones as well. I mean, nothing really stops you from doing that. For example, I've got this soldier, which they basically just renders everything else obsolete. This is the Squid Game one, of course. You can create something that goes along the lines of the hype of what people like at the moment. You can get really creative, and over here we've got more than 184 different layers that's going to be included on here. And then you run a code, and it's a pretty simple code, and you generate these art. Now, when you generate them, a file has to be spat out, which then identifies what kind of traits are included in a particular image that's being generated. So that's called a JSON file. It's called metadata. Within that metadata, you'll be able to see like eye color, the expression, the shirt that it's wearing, so that it can be picked up by marketplaces like OpenSea and things like that. So first of all, you need to be able to generate your artwork. Okay, you can draw them yourself in different layers, and you obviously have to export it out with PNG with the alpha films, which means they're just layered on top of each other. And you can learn how to do that. It's pretty simple stuff. If you go to YouTube and check out this channel called Hashlips NFT, you can learn how to, do generation of the artwork itself to actually put it on the blockchain as well. It's quite difficult, I'm not going to lie, but once you crack it, you should be able to do some work with it as well. Where I didn't think it was that helpful is when, for example, certain elements didn't work with another element. So for example, this hair is a headwear, but it wouldn't particularly go well with, for example, these massive goggles. It sort of looks covered up, doesn't really work. This scouter as well, maybe that does kind of work. But sometimes I had to preclude some of the layers from being positioned when certain layers were selected for another classification as well. So that was a bit of a challenge, but you know what? I got through it. And obviously with each layer and element, you want to see how rare it comes out. So you need to actually design a big giant rarity table to say this hat will only come out 1% of the time. This hat here will be more common, or it'll be the most common not to show anything. That's completely up to you how you generate that, but you obviously want to generate something so that certain elements will be harder to find than other elements as well. So here we have it, guys. So I have a bunch of these now, about 10,000 of them now. So these ones you can generate as many or as little as you like. And this is how you can create all those artwork at the same time. And now that the artwork is generated, you now have to then put it on a blockchain. So you need to get either a blockchain developer to help you out, or you can learn how to do the blockchain development yourself, which is interesting. Now that is just on an artwork basis. Now once that is done, you ideally want to start marketing your project as well. So here is an example, Halloween bears. It's already sold out. So there usually will be a button here, which then connect to your MetaMask down here, and you should be able to mint them upon it being minted. Now, some projects are so popular that it sort of mints out straight away within the first 24 hours. So you got to be pretty quick. There's different versions as well, but usually it centers around that, that one button, which then connects to mint. And the second most important button is probably their Discord and Twitter link as well. So on my website, I have something similar as well. So I've got a bit of a description, bit of an outlook on what it looks like, Twitter and Discord right there. And you can connect your wallet. Now, that's not available at this moment because my project hasn't launched yet, but it is in a phase. This website is public, drna.club. this website is public, but we're in a phase where people then can go and click onto the Discord, explore the community, explore more information around it. And there's usually tons of giveaways for marketing purposes as well. And my project is predominantly geared towards this thing called Rhino Game, which is, I got the idea from Squid Games, where you can wager your NFTs like these rhinos so that you can then win other people's rhinos to your wallet. So definitely has a sense of gamification as well. Once the website is set in place, you want to then have enough people within your Discord so that then you can actually measure the hype and see how many people are coming in, and you want to grow that as quickly and as best as you can. So me, obviously, I'm going to be using quite a lot of the social clout to make this happen. And so, yeah, we've got, people are jumping in. So if we look at follow other rhino here, we've got all these influencers that are going to be talking about this project in the near future. And my hope is that these guys will actually produce these videos. How do I then approach these people? Well, I just message them on Telegram or through social media channels, and that allows that to happen. Right now, I've got about 764 members. I think hitting 1,000 would definitely be, it is a milestone. And once we hit that, then we can get people going. So really from A to Z, there's a lot of process. And you know what, for us to actually mint, and once we mint it, then we do this thing called Rhino Games. And then I have to generate riddles for people to play with, create a leak so that people can join in, and that's all going to be formed within the back end of the website. So that will take development as well. That'll take, anywhere between 2 to 4 weeks, but that'll happen upon minting. So at this stage of the project, I suspect that I'm going to be able to launch within the next 2 to 4 weeks. And yeah, and on that note, it's an interesting project. I may be adjusting the minting price as well, see how we go. But I think where I've put it is quite appropriate at this stage. But that's basically how it works. People are coming into this Discord. And yes, you have to design this Discord as well. You obviously want some promoters to go out and start promoting this as well. I'm predominantly using social cloud to be able to do this. And obviously a bit of organic growth will be helpful as well. So that's basically the A to Z of NFT project creation itself. It's not easy, and there is a lot of work to be done. And it's a matter of staying focused and, getting people excited about the project, and having the creativity to actually allocate not only the good artwork, but also some sort of use case behind it as well. There is a video that I've posted as well, which talk about how the games are going to be run. It is really exciting. It's really interesting. It's kind of psychological as well. So if you're interested, please go and check out this video. It should be somewhere around the screen. But other than that, do keep an eye on this project. I think this project is going to be very, very exciting, and it's going to do really, really well. And I hope to see you in the Discord. If not, subscribe to my channel. Much love. Peace out.